What up, what up, what up? It's your boy PowerXL Official, and we're gonna fucking get it today. Subscribe right now, earn some drops. Gifting subs, earned your free drops. Don't forget, let's get in it. I think Twitch is cooked. We're gonna open up with a banger.
Twitch revenue is at an all-time low? Is it really?
It is.
Is this true?
Twitch is cooked. You're better on YouTube.
This is how the Twitch ad revenue has gone. Ad revenue is an all-time low. And not down to zero. This is a little bit overdone, of course. Take it easy.
Yeah.
This is a little bit over. We're exaggerating. It's not from. It isn't cut down to 10%, but it is down. I talked to Miskiff about it yesterday as well.
This is my graph.
And he said he looked at his when he saw his dashboard.
Yeah, your revenue's
the ad
down.
revenue compared to before, it's so shit. But that's good that we have Kick as well, that we can help us. Maybe that will.
So basically, we have. Let's see if I can pull it up. So this is the amount of money I get from ads every single week. So on April 28th, I made $0 from ads. On the 29th, I made 0.03 cents from ads. On the 6th, I made 0.06 cents from ads. This one was really weird. On May 1st, I actually made $6 from advertising, which is crazy. $4 from advertising on May 2nd. May 3rd, we're all the way up to $8. $17 on Sunday, May the 4th. Crazy amount of money there. May the 4th
be with you.
And let's take a look at this here.
Crazy.
$15 in ads. Now we're back again at 11 cents for ads. 21 cents for ads, 10 cents for ads. Let's see here. 17 cents for ads, 0.07 cents for ads. And they've also taken away my Turbo payments as well. So for a while, I was getting paid a lot with Turbo because I have a lot of viewers and tons of people watch me. So Turbo was getting aggregated in as the percentage of people, because let me explain how much money I would be making if I had advertisement turned on for this level of delivery. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just give you an idea about how much money this would have been, okay? All right, so we have 39,000. This is the amount of money that I made. This is the amount of money I would have made if I had ads enabled. Now, I know this very well. I've streamed on Twitch for a long time. Probably on. Yes, exactly. And so enable them wholly. Who cares? Per month? Yeah, this would be per month on this channel. And so, yes, exactly. It's a lot of money. And seeing it that much doesn't make me jealous. It makes me want to grind harder. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, as long as you're making, like, you don't need to make $1 million a month to be happy. If you make $100,000 to $200,000 a year, you will start capping out on happiness. If you think, and if you're making $150,000 a year and you don't live in San Francisco or New York, right? You live in an average city and you are unhappy and you're making $150,000, $200,000 a year, you
after taxes
probably will not be happier with more money. Just being honest. Just being honest. Like, your problem is probably not money. And this is, by the way, a statistical wrong. Guys, there is never, like, I have never been more right. That's not true. There have been a lot of times that I've been more right than this, even though this is statistically proven. But this is a statistically observed and proven phenomenon. You can research it and look into it yourself. There's a tremendous amount of diminishing returns once an individual reaches the amount of money where they have enough money to effectively live a relatively, worry-free lifestyle, right? And so that's it. So I used to make tons of money off of Turbo. You guys see this. This is $500 per Turbo every single month. So let's take a look at how much money I was making from Turbo. I made $17,000 from Turbo last month. This month, I have made $4. So if you go from $17,000, and you go from that to $4, gentlemen.
The fuck happened?
Are they still hiring? Ah, jeez, guys, this
Right?
might be me soon.
Dude.
Oh no!
Right?
Oh no! What is this? Where's my Turbo money going? I don't know. And that's the crazy thing, is that all of these people, I want to understand from Twitch why it is that I was getting paid all of this money from Turbo every single month. I was getting $17,000. Do you know how many bags of beef jerky I could buy with $17,000?
Jesus.
5. And so, where's all this money going? What happened to it?
Drew,
I don't
where's
know
it
what
going?
the fuck this is. And so because they hate you. Yes, and I was making this much money before then as well. And so I was making all of this Turbo money. This is, I guess, right whenever I first started, right? Yeah, this is it. I made $56,000 in a day. That was a very good day for me. And let's see here, Turbo. And you can see, obviously, you know, this really fucked it up a lot because, like, you know, the average, like, for everything got messed up. But you can see how Turbo was a really good amount of the money. Like, even this right here, $15,000, or sorry, $1,500 for Turbo right here. And so Trump's supposed to be live at 3 p.m. Well, I'll be there. I mean, I'll watch it when he's live if it's something important, you know. So yeah, I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, they just totally took it away from me. Yeah, they straight up took away my Turbo money completely. Let me see if I can find this thing with old Donald showing up, and then I'll go back to this and talk about it a little bit more. English-speaking rules, Trump announcement. They make an announcement. Okay. When is this happening? I guess we're going to have to find out. So, yeah, we'll find out. Hopefully they're going to announce that America is now, they've won all of the wars, and America now runs every country. And so that's what they're going to tell everybody. It's good. And watch the Tim Pool clip. I know, I'm going to get to it. Don't worry about it. I like Tim. I'm going to listen to his clip. But anyway, I just want to talk about this first, okay? And so, anyway, so listen to Tech Tone.
We have made 14.
We. Shut up, Baldy. Where's we? What do you mean we? What do you mean we? What are we talking about we? What the hell are you talking about we? But where's my money? I don't know. Is Tectone even subscribed to me? User Tectone. Actually, yeah, that's my boy. Yeah. Yeah, he is. He is. He's up. Yeah. Yeah, he is. Never mind.
$15,000 this month. However,
I actually, the worst thing is I don't think I'm set to Tech. I gotta subscribe to Tech. I feel really bad now. Jesus Christ. But no, his is gifted?
Jeez.
Okay, yeah, now I don't feel bad. Yeah, see, look. Yeah, look at this.
I'm a massive outlier because Twitch said you don't get ad revenue because you called Frogan fat. So I'm missing out on about 21 days of potential ad revenue, which sucks ass.
What?
Yeah. They said, oh, you called Frogan fat, so you get no money off our fucking ads, which is
Really?
great. And, you know, Frogan can insult our soldiers, and Hassan can wish death upon people, and Hassan can call people pedophiles.
That's right.
And Hassan can deny rapes, and Hassan this, and Hassan that, and Denims can call me a rapist, and Denims can call me ugly, and Denims can call me an ogre, and nothing will ever happen to the special princesses.
Do you want to know the real reason why? It's because it is happening. And I bet if Denims and Frogan and Hassan showed their dashboards, it would show the same thing. You know how they say a rising tide floats all boats? Well, so does a sinking one. It sinks them all. Yep.
Fuck him. Yo, Dad box me. Yo, he said it's not down horrendously, but down enough to impact his life. So yesterday...
I'm sorry, but if you're a Twitch streamer and you are in the top 1% of Twitch streamers and a loss in ad revenue will affect your life, you need to have a conversation with Caleb Hammer. He's a really well-known financial analyst and, you know, a financial... I don't even know if analyst is the right word. Financial consultant, financial insight guy. And you need to sit down with him and really go through advisor. I like advisor. That's a great word. He's a financial advisor, and he's going to sit down with you, and it's going to be like, I guarantee you, it's going to be like, yeah, I spend, you know, $4,000 on rent. I spend $1,000 on my car. I spend $19,000 on gacha games or OnlyFans or drugs. It's like, geez, I don't know where we're going to get the money for this. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're going to have to start. I think we're going to have to sell the car, guys. Yeah, geez. Yeah, $4,000 on Uber Eats.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't even know how much. Like, I have no idea. But anyway, Tectone's soon homeless. Yes, guys.
We streamed
Soon
really
homeless.
$100 worth of ads. Oh my God.
Look at that. Tectone's making $100 of ads.
Jeez.
So like, if you extrapolate this, right? Like, let's say I have 50,000 average viewers, right? And so he has 5,000, let's say average, and I have 50,000. So you extrapolate that, that's times 10. So I should make $1,000 a day from ads.
What the fuck? For a 5-hour stream, only $100?
And that's only $100.
$100? Bro, earlier I was getting $400 worth of ads.
So think about that. I'd be making $4,000 a day. Remember when I told you about that zero? I was talking about that zero. People said, no way. I say, yep.
Wait, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, we'd be making $4,000.
$100
Missed out.
for a 5-hour stream, and the same stream was making $450 earlier this month.
Yep.
Consistently.
Yep. What happened?
Fuck you, Hassan! What the fuck is this?
Here's what happened. Do you want to know the real reason why this is going down? Joey Chaotic. Look at Joey as well. And forgot to mention, I'm running 14 minutes. 14 minutes of ads. Averaging 2K viewers.
Jeez,
14 minutes an hour for 10 hours, you make $68.
Yo, they're robbing people. The
Oh
fuck?
my God. Advertisers are leaving.
That's why I don't run ads.
See that? You don't like seeing those, do you? Those are not good. Why did you start the Adpocalypse 2.0? I did it to set everybody free. They may not thank me now.
Yeah, well, thanks for the follow.
They may be angry at me for what I've done, because obviously this is completely my fault.
It is.
Why did I do it? A lot of people have been complaining that ads on the website have been problematic, and somebody had to do something.
It had to be done.
So, you know what? I'm not even going to make that joke. I was going to make a Holocaust joke. We're not even going to do it. You know what? Because I don't need to. It's already happened. I don't need to do it again. I don't need to do another one. So yeah, no. Come on, haha. See, yeah. Now I'm a good boy now. Because I've already won. I've already won. And back to McDonald's, brothers. Yes. And so that's sensible move.
God's
yes,
expensive as hell.
Well, no,
Fuck them.
I've already won. And also, by the way, the reason why this is happening, this is completely Twitch's fault. Twitch has done this. It's not my fault at all. I did not even cause 1% of this. This is totally Twitch's fault because their ad delivery service is garbage, and they don't ban people, and they play their ads next to content that's not suitable for advertisement. That's it. It actually has nothing to do with me. Like, I can meme about it all I want, but like that's the honest truth is that it's really not about me and had nothing to do with me.
They're not optimizing the system.
Dan can't stream too.
At all.
And him. And by the way, I want to say that if you look at all these people talking about it, advertising is dying on YouTube, or sorry, on Twitch. It's done, bro. It is done. Advertisers are leaving in mass. And YouTube? No, they're not leaving on YouTube at all. YouTube is just fine. So I did literally nothing of this. I didn't cause this to happen. And if I did, I'm not sorry. I'll say that too, I'm not sorry. The advertising system on Twitch was garbage. It was cannibalistic to the website. And everybody will be better off whenever they seek their own partnerships and sponsorships themselves, rather than relying on, unstable blue chip brands to keep them on life support. And so
true.
yes, that's it. And I didn't do it, but I wish I did.
Yo, they are cooked. I can't believe how cooked Twitch is right now. Alright, what else do we have? More media, please.
His favorite senator, Chris Von Hollen, best known for cozying up to illegal aliens of MS-13, got demolished.
What? Internet is cooked right now.
By Marco Rubio. What is this?
I have to tell you directly and personally that I regret voting for you for Secretary of State.
Well, first of all, your regret
I regret.
confirms I'm doing a good job.
Holy shit. No.
Man. Watch the longer clip. That was, by the way, that was really good. Holy shit, that was good. Yeah, little Marco grew up. Yeah, bro, like, that was it. And let me see if I can find a Rubio refugee policy amidst class. Yeah, here it is. Here's the whole thing.
And I have to tell you directly and personally that I regret voting for you for Secretary of State. I yield back.
May I respond?
You may sit.
Well, first of all, your regret for voting for me confirms I'm doing a good job, based on what I know.
Well, that's
about
just
your
a
record
flippant
and what you
statement,
stand
Mr.
for.
Secretary.
Can I respond,
This is a fact.
Mr. Chairman?
Let the guy respond.
I didn't ask.
Senator, please let the secretary have
I'd be
the floor.
happy to, but then I can respond to his.
He's getting mad, bro. He got him mad.
Your time
Already
is up,
pissed him
Senator,
off.
and willfully used, I might add.
Well, and I have to.
He's getting so mad. This is that, bro. This is that one loser that went over to El Salvador to talk to that illegal alien MS-13 member, right? Or at least, like, we're not sure that he's an MS-13 member. Only two separate judges found credible evidence that he was an MS-13 member. He was found with MS-13 members. He was found to be trafficking a bunch of people in a state that he wasn't even a...
Oh, so he's clear. He's clean. We're good.
A citizen
Nothing
in
to do
or
with
a
it.
resident in, and all of the people seemed to have his same address, and he had the tattoos of MS-13. But so, like, we're not sure that he was an MS-13 member. We're only
can't be sure.
99% sure. Okay, guys?
Right.
Yeah, we're
Can't
only
be sure.
99% sure. And his wife wanted him to go, yeah, well, oh, yeah, and he beat his wife. I forgot about that. Just a little bit of a bonus there, right?
Ruh-roh.
El Salvador would have sent him back if he wasn't. Well, now he's safe. He's safe.
Our immigration policy should be based on the national interest of the United States. Period. End of story. If there is a subset of people that
Is there a follow-up to this? I feel like this is obvious. What?
Right.
How are we even thinking any other way besides this at all?
are easier to vet, who we have a better understanding of who they are and what they're going to do when they come here, they're going to receive preference, no doubt about it. There are a lot of sad stories around the world. Millions and millions of people around the world.
Yeah, people dying everywhere. Who gives a fuck, bro? We can't save everybody.
Right.
It's heartbreaking.
The
We
hell?
cannot assume millions and millions of people around the world.
Yeah.
No country can.
Duh.
So you have to have a process of deciding who do you prioritize, who do you allow in. We do it all the time. We do it in our immigration system now under our current laws. Unfortunately, it's primarily based on family connection and not on what they're going to contribute to the society from a merit standpoint. That should be changed, but that'll require statutory changes.
Yeah,
but the bottom
sure.
line is, this notion that somehow we have to
I do
accept
think people's families should be able to come over if they have a citizen there. It should be easier for them. I mean, I agree. I disagree with this.
anyone who wants to come to the United States is absurd. No country in the world has an immigration policy like that.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I think Antarctica does, right? I mean, I'm not sure. Let's see here. There's some more of it. Oh.
Interest of the United States.
Not with birthright citizenship. Great point. And if I'm not counting that, but if you were counting that, I would completely agree with Marco.
Statutory phrase says you are entitled to entrance as a refugee if you demonstrate a well-justified fear of persecution.
No, you're not entitled.
So
You're
can
allowed.
you have a different standard based upon the color of somebody's skin? Would that be acceptable?
Well,
He really, bro.
What? He doesn't even know. He's pulling at
You
straws.
really trying to play these games, huh?
That race bullshit
You really trying to play
in their
these
fucking
games?
gang. Jesus.
Oh, here we go again.
I'm not the one arguing that. Apparently you are, because you don't like the fact
Let
that
me turn it up a little bit. I think it's a little bit quiet for you guys.
Persecution.
No, you're not entitled.
So
You're
can
allowed.
you have
Asmont, literally not a single other MS-13 member has those tattoos. We can't pretend like they're guaranteed. Guys.
What the fuck?
I love how, like, number one, why did this girlfriend cover him up herself? Why would she cover them up? Actually, let me just real quick. Can I find this guy? No, he's gone. And anyway, yeah, why would she do that? You're not gonna gaslight people into some bullshit, bro. Like, everybody see what's going on.
I know.
statutory phrase says you are
Sick of
entitled
being
to entrance
gaslit.
as a refugee if you demonstrate a well-justified fear of persecution.
No, you're not entitled.
So
You're
can
allowed.
you have a different standard based upon the color of somebody's skin? Would that be acceptable?
Well, I'm not the one arguing
See,
that.
look, the thing is, like,
There's nothing to do with the
obvious
skin.
race baiting, and you can see like the smug look on his face, right? How he thinks like, oh, I got you because like I'm using the race card, and so now you
Yeah,
have
I
to
know.
capitulate to what I'm saying. Otherwise, you might be looked at as a racist.
Right?
I'm not the one arguing that. Apparently you are, because you don't like the fact that they're
I'm
white,
just
and that's why
asking
they're
you to
coming.
say that would be unacceptable.
no,
That
I would say that
seem
the
to be
United States-
a very easy
The
thing
United
to say.
States has a right to pick and choose who they allow into the United
even
States.
based on the color of somebody's skin.
No one's. You're the one that's talking about the color of their skin, not me. These
You're
are people whose
refusing to
farms were being
acknowledge
burned
that
down
it
and they were
should be
killed because of the
even-handed.
color of their skin.
Well,
Because they were-
They turned him off. Bro, they really had to turn him off? Oh, no.
Well, you've demonstrated enough because you think anyone should be allowed into this country for any reason because they met a certain
Who has
criteria.
said that?
We are going to prioritize people that come into our country on the basis of what's in the interest of this country. That's a small number of people that are coming.
Yeah.
But
in
you
that
said
particular
you said
case.
this weekend that
But
there
in
would
other
be more.
cases, it's harder to vet. In other cases,
Well, it's pretty fucking simple. Like, if you could bring in a person that comes from some random country that doesn't speak your fucking language, that has no skills, no money, and nothing, they're just coming into your country to leech your resources and sit there and do nothing, then yeah, I feel like that person's going to have a lower priority on the list than a person that speaks English, has skills, has resources, and can contribute to the society. What are we talking about? Like, it's common fucking sense. Duh.
It's more difficult. And by the way, the United States admits people every year. 1 million people come to this country every year legally. 1 million.
And
people
now
a year come to this
there
country
is one
legally.
group
No
of
other
people
country in
that
the
have
world
an
is nearly as
easy
generous.
pass into this country. For the first time, this administration has said Afrikaners get an easy pass and refugee programs for the remainder of the world are shut off. And you can't say to the American public that we should apply this statute in an even-handed way.
No, I think it should
Shocked
be
at that,
applied in a
and I
way.
yield
No, you
back.
shouldn't be shocked. It should be applied in the national interest of the United States.
It's very obvious that people that are coming from South Africa would probably have an easier job assimilating than people coming from some other random country that is totally different. Like, for example, Poland does accept refugees from Ukraine. It should logically make sense that you accept refugees primarily from countries that are similar to your own. It's so simple. Yes, culturally similar. Yes. Duh. It's so weird how we've reached such an inversion of sense and logic that these obvious realities need to be dictated to people as if they're in first grade. It's unreal.
States. Our immigration policy should be based on the national interest of the United States.
Yeah.
Period. End of story. If there is a subset of people that are easier to vet, who we have a better understanding of who they are and what they're going to do when they come here,
Yep.
they're going to receive preference, no doubt about it. There are a lot of sad stories
course.
around the world. Millions and millions of people around the world. It's heartbreaking. We cannot assume millions and millions of people around the world. No country can. So you have to have a process of deciding who do you prioritize, who do you allow in. We do it all the time. We do it in our immigration system now under our current laws. Unfortunately, it's primarily based on family connection and not on what they're going to contribute to the society from a merit standpoint. That should be changed, but that'll require statutory change.
This argument is so disingenuous. No, it's true. He's completely right. Bringing in people with a similar culture, a shared language, and that have established skills that can immediately contribute to the American economy, I think they should be fast-tracked. I don't care about bringing in basket cases. How is bringing in basket cases something that is in the best interest of the American public? It's not.
But the bottom line is, this notion that somehow we have to accept anyone who wants to come to the United States
It's
is
goofball.
absurd.
It's
No
goofy,
country in the
goofy
world has an
bullshit.
immigration policy like that.
And,
Why would
and no one is arguing that we should. I yield back, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, they are. Let's see here if I find a few more of these.
And I have to tell you directly and personally that I regret voting for you for Secretary
This is
of
the
State.
whole thing.
I yield back.
May I respond?
You may sit.
Well, first of all, your regret for voting for me confirms I'm doing a good job, based on what I know.
Well, that's
about
just
your
a
record
flippant
and what you
statement,
stand
Mr.
for.
Secretary.
Can I respond, Mr. Chairman?
You may.
I didn't
Okay.
ask a
Senator,
question.
please let the Secretary have
I'd be
the floor.
happy to, but then I can respond to his.
Your time's up, Senator, and willfully used, I might add.
Man's a disgusting traitor. I think he's a joke too, bro. Like, I do. Like, if like, I honestly wish that they could find, like, I am the kind of guy that if it was up to me, I would want to have this Kilmar guy totally investigated, and if they could find beyond a shadow of a doubt that this guy was involved with MS-13, then I would try the senator with, like, fraternizing or, like, working with an illegal gang member. Like, I would, as I said, I am a very, very much an Old Testament kind of guy. Like, whatever, like, basically, I think about what is the worst possible thing that you can do? Okay, we can be more creative than that. What else beyond that? Wouldn't that just be nice? Yeah, I think it would be. It would be. Yeah, that's the right way to handle this stuff. What do you do if he's not MS-13? Well, then we just call him a retard. We call him a retard and we say, hey, I wish you'd work this hard for the people that voted for you rather than the people that came to the country illegally and disrespected the laws, the country, and broke the law here.
Your remarks do not represent the view of this committee.
Well, Mr.
Secretary, please.
Well, I can't respond to everything he said because much of these are untrue, but I'll go through a few. First of all, I'm actually very proud.
He works harder for a wife beater than his constituents? That's crazy. Wow. Wow. Oh, ask you one on that one. Those gangs are labeled terrorists now, so now he's literally able to be called with treason? Maybe. Maybe. I mean, like, as I said, until sitting senators and multiple government officials are charged with treason directly, I sleep. That's a slippery slope. I know. That's what I'm hoping for. Yeah, that's the goal.
The work we've done with USAID, for example, I don't regret cutting $10 million for male circumcisions in Mozambique. I don't know how that makes us stronger and more prosperous as a nation.
We cutting their dicks off over there? Damn, why are we going over there cutting everybody's dicks off? That's soft power? Damn.
Psychosocial support services.
I raised Sudan, Mr. Secretary.
Can I respond, Senator?
I mean, look, there's a part of me that, like, I do think that an uncircumcised penis looks like Gravemind from Halo 2. So I do think that definitely it looks better if you are circumcised, like, aesthetically. But, nah, y'all... I'm not joking. Like, I wasn't joking about this. Like, this wasn't like a, oh yeah, I'm just gonna say something funny. No, I'm just making an observation. That's all. It's just an observation.
Senator, I'd ask you to suspend. You had 7 straight minutes of
I chose to use my time that way, Mr.
Somebody says that's the gayest thing I've ever heard. That's not even the gayest thing I've said today.
Senator, I'd ask you to suspend. You had 7 straight minutes of
I chose to use my time that way, Mr. Chairman. That's my right to
Please
use my
suspend
time that way.
Secretary Rubio.
Well, I can go on. I mean, there's other things here. We spent $227,000 for Big Cat's YouTube channel from USAID. We spent $14 million for social cohesion in Mali, whatever the hell that means. So I can go on and on. I got the list here, and there's more. I didn't even bring the whole list. In the case of El Salvador, absolutely. Absolutely. We deported gang members, including the one you had a margarita with. And that guy is a human trafficker, and that guy is a gangbanger, and the evidence is going to be clear. In the days to come, you're going to see who you went to defend.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman.
Secretary Rubio has the floor.
Mr. Chairman, he can't make unsubstantiated comments like that.
Secretary Rubio has the floor. You've
Secretary
had your time.
Rubio should take that testimony to the federal court of the United States because he hasn't done it under oath.
Here's another point, okay? There is a division in our government between the federal branch and the judicial branch. No judge and the judicial branch cannot tell me or the president how to...
He's getting really mad. If this guy ever did get charged with treason, it'd be funny if we sent him to El Salvador. I will say, that would be the most entertaining outcome.
conduct foreign policy. No judge can tell me how I have to outreach to a foreign partner or what I need to say to them. And if I do reach to that foreign partner and talk to them, I have under no obligation to share that with the judiciary branch. Just like a judge cannot order me to negotiate with a foreign minister of Russia, they cannot order me to negotiate with a foreign minister or the president of El Salvador. And if I did negotiate with them, which we have responded to them, and we've told them, we've had communications with the president of El Salvador, I am under no obligation under our division of powers in this country and to share with the judicial branch how I conducted diplomacy of the United States. It would actually be counterproductive. If I started sharing with courts, or frankly, with the media, my conversations with foreign leaders and all of their details, no foreign leader would talk to me again, and we would break trust with them. So
yeah.
I have complied with every court order. What I won't comply with is an order to disclose what I'm saying.
And this is remember what I was saying before about how, like, I think this is the reason why they crashed out on Zelensky, is that they had some private conversation, and then I think Zelensky went and said something publicly and made something public. And like I think that's why they crashed out on him.
What we're talking about with a foreign leader, because then they won't talk to me. Diplomacy doesn't work that way. About the student visas, let me say this. I don't deport anybody, and I don't snatch anybody. The State Department does not have officers in the street snatching everybody. What I do is revoke visas, and it's very simple. A visa is not a right. It is a privilege. People apply for student visas to come into the United States and study.
That's right.
Yeah, it's
and
a
if you tell me that you're
privilege,
coming to the
dude.
United
Not
States
a
to
right.
lead campus crusades, to take over libraries and try to burn down buildings and acts of violence,
There it is.
we're not going to.
He's cooking.
Get the fuck out, bro. Get them the fuck out.
Right? They're causing a fucking scene.
This is it's crazy that left-wing people have gotten flanked so bad that this is now a position that they have to fight against. Like, they've gotten outflanked on a degree that is actually impressive. Like, to fuck up this bad, that's amazing.
They're just a bunch of fuck-ups. They're just
what
trying
it
to
is
push a
Oster
fuck-up
did?
agenda. It can never win.
Come on, Mr.
Look how
Secretary.
mad he is. Just a minute,
He's
we're at 324.
pissed.
You see that? I think he hit his enraged face.
Yeah, he's fucking fuming.
Bro, he got enraged.
He did. Come on, Mr. Secretary.
And every single
You're
one of
just
these
blowing
cases, the
smoke
factors
here
are
now.
different.
Senator,
The bottom line is, if you're
Senator,
coming here to stir up trouble on our campuses, we will deny
That's
you a
right.
visa. And if you
Does
have
the
a
First
visa
Amendment
and we
apply
find you,
to
we will
people
revoke
living in
it.
the United States?
And we're going to do more.
It shouldn't. Absolutely fucking not.
There are more coming. We're going to continue to revoke the visas of people who are here as guests and are disrupting higher education
right.
facilities. People are paying money. These kids pay money to go to school, and they have to walk
Writing
through a
an
bunch of
op-ed
lunatics
to the
who are
tough
here on student
newspapers
visas.
disrupting the
Simple
foreign
as
policy
that.
of the United
I want to
States.
do more. I hope we can
That's
find more of these people.
pathetic.
Taking over a building is, and then supporting an organization that kills people is.
Mr.
In fact,
Secretary.
the other day, some guys led a riot. I forgot what university it was, and I asked, please, can you find the arrest records of all the people that were arrested at that riot?
Yep.
We're going to revoke
I
it.
feel so much.
That's right.
Hell yes.
That is exactly.
Yes.
This is exactly like. That's exactly what I want them to do. Just take every single person that got detained for being in a place they weren't supposed to be in. If any of them aren't supposed to be here, now they're not here anymore. Gone. Instant, one strike, you're out. That's
Yep.
it. Because it'll stop future bullshit? Yes. Did Trump earn your vote by now? If I could go back in time and vote for him, I did not think that he was going to go this hard at all. To be fair,
shit.
I still think that he's only at like a 5 or a 6. I like maybe even a 4 for what I want to see happen. But this is it's better than the first time around. It was like a 1.
Say,
All right,
lock
let's,
up people like Ms. Osterk, Mr. Secretary.
We've had enough time
Rafa, thanks for 100 subs. I appreciate it.
on the subject. Thank you very much. And we're going to move to Senator Lee.
So he getting his feelings hurt, bro. He getting real mad. Damn, bro. Like, wow. Let's see if I find any more of these, if there's any more of this stuff. And where's any more of this? Yeah, it's embarrassing, bro. It's so sad. And yeah, these guys, honestly, is really it's really funny to see them crashing out over this bullshit, man.
It is, though.
This is the guy. When was the last time he went and he got drinks with people that were part of the people that voted for him? When was the last time? What's he doing? Like, what is this? What is going on? Should have not even let his ass come back.
Hell no.
That would have been fucking funny. Maybe you couldn't do that, but it would have been funny if you did.
It would have been hilarious to leave his ass out there, dude.
All right, President Trump is rolling out his 175.
Jeez, don't even tease me with a good time. What is
I
this?
found this out today. Apparently, Asmongold is the most searched term on YouTube this year. Let me see if I can find this, and I don't know where this data comes from or whatever. And YouTube search terms in the UK. So this is in the United States. Let's go back. Oh, actually, no, this is in the entire world. Wait a minute. I'm number 7 in the United States. Holy shit.
Damn.
Oh, my God. So here we go,
Right there
guys.
with Kendrick Lamar.
We have right here the most popular YouTube global search terms in 2025 of monthly search volume. Now, it's very hard to know whether this is true or not. Like, I have no idea. But anyway, number 1 is ASMR. Pretty hard to beat that. Trump, Mr. Beast, music, lo-fi, Sidemen, APT. I don't know what APT is. Asmongold, Kendrick Lamar, and NBA.
Jeez. You're above Kendrick.
I don't even believe this. I'm going to be honest. Like, there's no way this is accurate, bro. Like, this is insane. Like, APT is a song? Like, yeah, I have no idea. Like, this is crazy. Really, it's insane. And also, it's at 7 million. Like, there's no way that I have 7.2 million and Trump only has 9.2 million. Like, that's insane. That means that that's nuts.
You're fucking cooking.
How is that even possible? And so let me see. Is there any data? See the full list here. Okay, so let's see the full list of everything right here. The most popular YouTube global search terms in 2025. So here we go, guys. Let's take a look at it. And we have ASMR. Is 16,000. Trump at 9 million, million. Mr. Beast, Lo-Fi, Sidemen, Asmongold at 7 million searches. 7 million searches for Asmongold in 1 fucking year, and this is just on YouTube. It's just on fucking YouTube. How is this possible? How much do all your channels get comparatively? I don't know. Let me see. Where's my... I could just look at my shorts channel. Asmongold shorts. This is Social Blade. Yeah, this is one YouTube channel I have. Let's see. It has... so in the past 30 days, I've received 171 million views. And so that's a pretty good amount, right? I mean, if you look at these numbers, whenever you see plus 7 figures every single day... this is, in fact, a very good number. You like seeing numbers like these. And this is obviously my shorts channel, so it's going to probably have the highest inflated views, etc. But in general, this is how usually things are. And even apparently here, gained views monthly, we were even getting more in, I guess, like April. So we were getting 50 million views in a week. That's insane. And so, wow. So basically we went from, I haven't even really looked at this before. And so we were, because I remember like for a long time, so I had Emaru's editor working on this, right? And I told him, I was like, listen, buddy, like, because it had gone for a long time, like nothing happened with this channel at all. And then finally, November happens. I guess January happens. This was probably this was the Donald Trump situation, right? And then February happened, March happened, and then now we have April, and we have 160 million views. So things are doing pretty well with this channel. I didn't even know this, right? I don't really pay attention to a lot of these graphs, etc. And so, yeah, big graph energy, right? And so this is a very, very good graph. And yeah, there you go. Your shorts are great. Yeah, I had no idea, but I'm glad that I'm glad people enjoy them. And so anyway, you should thank Alyssa Mercante. Really, I don't know. Really, I don't even run. I don't even have the login for this account. Like, I don't even. I have no idea. I don't even have the login. I was like, yeah. So you want to do a channel? He said, yeah, sure. And that's it. I have no idea. And anyway, it's good graph though. Really good graph. And anyway, put that in a frame. Yes, this is a, yeah, by the way, whenever you see a graph like this is a good graph. And so people like seeing graphs like this. And anyway, let's see here. And it's even going back up again, too, which is what's crazy. So you see people that are subscribing, everything like that. So maybe it does make sense. I mean, and this is like because there is the Asmongold TV, there's Zach Rar, there's Asmongold Clips, Asmongold Shorts, Asmongold Gaming. And then I think there's a few other Asmongold fan channels, and then there's Asmongold Korea channels and like China channels as well. So yeah, maybe that's it, and a lot of them. And so you have at number 8 Asmongold, Kendrick Lamar, NBA, Bad Bunny, iShowSpeed, Die With A Swat, iShowSpeed, Bruno Mars, UFC, Song, Karaoke, Not Like Us. Minecraft, Real Madrid, Mr. Beast, Corey Kenshin, Joe Rogan, Marvel Rivals, Markiplier. And so, are there any other streamers like Queso? There he is. All right, we get Queso on there.
There
that's
we
good.
go.
Bro, like he moving up. Yep. All right, that's good. And to be fair, yeah, where's do we see Kai? Was Kai on here? I didn't see Kai. He's mainly popular on other platforms anyway, so there it is. Yeah, well, we got Charlie there too. Good for him. Absolutely. There's another one. Let's see, who else do we have? And I mean, to be fair, this could also be the game, right? It's very hard to say whether it's the game or whether it's the individual. And so XQC right here, pretty decent. Okay, we got XQC also. Ludwig, okay, Ludwig's a decent guy. Let's see, let's keep going. What's there? Elon Musk. There's no way Elon Musk is this low, right? There's got to be some other. I think that I think this aggregation, by the way, as much as this strokes my ego, I do not think this is an accurate aggregation. There's no way that Elon Musk, like the richest and one of the most talked about people in the entire world, is number 87, right? Let's be real, right? There's something that's wrong about this graph. And so anyway, he fell off. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't think so. But on YouTube, maybe not. So anyway, let's see here. Kai Cenat is, let's see. Oh, so it only shows the top 100. So let's see who made it up to the top 100 as streamers. Kai made it. Okay, good for Kai. And let's see, who else do we have? Ludwig, he's content creator, right? I mean, I guess he streams too. XQC and Destiny. Hard to say whether it's the game or the guy, but you know, maybe a little bit of both. Queso as well. And let's see, what else do we have? Speed as well. And where's the rest of it? Obviously Charlie. Charlie made it up there, not a surprise. Markiplier, Joe Rogan, Corey Kenshin, Mr. Beast. And let's see if I can find the rest of these. Not Like Us. Where's all the rest of them? iShowSpeed. There's another one for him as well. And obviously me and Sidemen and Mr. Beast. And of course the content president himself, Donald. There it is. So those are the most popular search terms in the YouTube global search terms in 2025. Wow. Wow. How about that? That's crazy. That is fucking that we are at number 8. Can you believe that? Oh my God. And so, yeah, I don't even know what to say. And so anyway, what about boobs? I don't think that really, I don't think it really counts that. So let me see here. All right, what about the U.S.? So I'm even higher in the U.S. Like, I'm number 7 in the U.S. Let's see. Are there any new people on here? Corey Kenshin's really been popping off. I feel like that manga he put out, and then like ever since he came back to making content, there's a lot of people talking and thinking about Corey now. And the GOAT, yeah, good for him, man. I remember watching his video. He was talking about like some YouTube issue, and it was the first time I'd really ever been introduced to him. Nothing but respect. I think he's a great guy. And let's see if I can find the rest of this too. And who else do we have? Is there anybody else? Oh, there's Hassan. Look at that. There's Hassan, number 47. Good for him. You know who else is 47? Donald Trump. Not so different after all.
There's no way Trump... Oh, okay. There's like 47. Man.
That's crazy, right?
Jesus.
Yep, there we go. And yeah, wow. And so all that just end up being 47 as well. And David Dobrik, I'm actually surprised David Dobrik is so high. Drewski's really popular on Instagram and stuff, so it would make sense he wouldn't be that high. Kai, XQC, Moist Critical, I mean, like, he's probably got a couple of different aggregates because people search him like 3 different ways. Let's see here, where's the rest of them? Soul Leveling, Jacksepticeye, Mark Rober. I don't know who this person is at all. Sam Sulek, and let's see, who else? That's pretty much about it. Holy shit, man. Most popular UK search terms. So I am number 13 even in the UK. I mean, I can't be... Dude, the Sidemen in the UK? Damn, I did not know they had that level of motion. I was not familiar with their game. They're the guys, right? What the fuck? Simon always, yes, I had no idea about this. Check in India? Oh, let me see. All right, so what about in, okay, can I find it in other places outside of the United States? Let me see, the top 1,000 key list. Okay, YouTube searches, and this is for Google. I'm not sure if I can find it anywhere else besides this number 1 in India. No, I don't think so. I think that, you know, that's just been a very, very recent development. I think you'd have to give that maybe like 6 months or so, right? Especially depending on how things develop. And so, yeah, there you go. Well, for worldwide, though. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. That's impressive, yeah. And good job to you and your team. Mainly my team. I mean, obviously I show up, but it's really my editors that are doing all these uploads and strategizing and making all this happen. You know, like I show up, I do the show, and I try to make the show as good as possible. But the show would have never made it to YouTube if it wasn't for the editors and everybody that's behind me, right? And that's something very important to keep in mind. So yeah, those are my bosses, exactly. There you go. So wow, I am the number 8 most searched for term in 2025, at least according to this, which I think is a little bit. You know, I'm not entirely sure whether this is accurate. But anyway, I did see this here. And so, yeah, there it is. Wow. And I sent you about a link on Xbot noticing a PSYOP. I didn't see it. And, yeah, there we go, guys. Wow. That's insane. And you're number 1 in my heart. I mean, I might try to, you know, we might try to keep going and keep pushing and go even higher than 8 next year, right? It just kind of depends on what happens. I mean, like, the fact is that, I mean, there's a lot of things and a lot of opportunities that I end up turning down. And I think that's probably the biggest thing and, like, the biggest weakness that I have is that, like, there's a lot of, you know, people that will invite me on their show or invite me to do things, etc. But I just don't really have the, you know, the mental... or emotional like bandwidth to want to do that. So that's the main thing that holds me back, right? And more than anything. And if you played better, you could have gone up 7 spots, maybe even 9. Who knows? Yep, who knows? But anyway, that's it. I'm honestly really shocked. To be totally real, like this is in the entire world. Number 8. Holy fuck. God damn. Wow. Well, there it is, guys.
But I ask because, do you feel like you're part of a new establishment that's being created?
I don't think I'm part of a new establishment. I think it would be pretty difficult to look at these podcasts. I know it's a popular thing right now, especially in certain media circles, to say that after running an incredibly unpopular candidate who was introduced very late in the race because an elderly man who could not be the president, who everyone told was functioning as the president for 4 years, decided to. This wind is wild, huh?
Yeah.
See? But this was a very specific circumstance in which Kamala Harris ran for the presidency. She was somewhat unpopular, and she was not a star in Democratic.
She wasn't somewhat unpopular. She had a 1% fucking approval rating in the Democratic primary in 2020, bro. She was a flop. People didn't even like her then.
Politics before this at all. And her communication strategy was pretty weak. I think most people have admitted that. So to hang this defeat all on a few podcasts and to say that they were the problem, I just don't buy the narrative. So I don't think I'm a new establishment. If you weigh, again, a few comedians with podcasts versus all of the people that supported Kamala Harris, Democrat donors, billionaires, big people. If the idea is that me and a few comedians have more power than multi-billionaires, huge media institutions, a whole political party apparatus, I just don't think most people are going to buy that. I think it seems like a great way to excuse running an unpopular candidate on a platform that American people weren't sold on.
Yeah, it does seem a little bit like that, right?
That's what I'm thinking.
I think even beyond politics, though, even beyond the question of the election, like, again, I know the, like, liberal Joe Rogan conversation is so dominant, and I think not, like,
the reason why there isn't a liberal Joe Rogan is because it's called Joe Rogan, number one. Number two, the reason why there isn't a super lefty, progressive, left-wing Joe Rogan is because you have 5 of them on network television. You've got Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Kimmel, fucking Seth Meyers, there's the other 2, I forgot even their fucking names. Who cares? You've got The View. And the reason why you don't have any of them that have mainstream internet appeal, the reason why is because the opinions aren't popular. That's the reason why Joe Rogan is popular is because what he's saying is popular.
Right.
So you're not going to achieve the same level of Joe Rogan's popularity by saying things that don't have the same level as Joe Rogan's popularity. It's so simple.
Nuanced enough. But there is power in a massive audience.
There's absolutely power in a massive audience. But if you're saying that power is equal to the CIA or all of these other people that have been very critical of President Trump, right?
Yeah.
So the idea that, like, the power that Theo Von has would be equal to, like, the intelligence agencies or these massive legacy media institutions seems crazy.
But you got way more audience than when you're saying we don't have power, we're not the CIA. Well, there's some gradations between that, and also I'm sure there's
some gradations between that. What do you mean by that?
Well, just
I don't even know.
Yeah.
I didn't say that we didn't have any power or that audiences weren't powerful. But when you use the term establishment, I think that's more than just having an audience. That's having an institutional component that I don't think we have. But I think legacy media does, I think the government and the intelligence community.
Legacy media does for now. I think it will die out as time goes on. And I think that really you could see Comcast looking to sell, I think it was MSNBC, after the election. If you are a big company and you own a media apparatus and your media apparatus cannot generate the political outcomes that you want it to, why do you own the media apparatus?
Who knows?
It's like if you have a microwave and you put a bag of popcorn in the microwave and then you pull out and there's no fucking popcorn, it's still just the fucking things in there. Well, what the fuck do you need a microwave for? It's broken. It doesn't work. You get a new microwave. You gotta sell. Maybe sell it to somebody else. Throw it away. Get rid of it.
These do.
I get it.
Hollywood certainly does, and I think all of those people, all of those power factions, have worked together for a very, very, very long time. So to say that a few comedians with podcasts equal that seems crazy.
I see why.
Okay,
I understand.
That's the only thing I'm saying.
I think that there's a bit of truth in both of the arguments. I think that it's outrageous to say that the institutional, oh, wait, no, it gets better. Uh-oh.
You know, again, I can name you very successful left-wing or left-of-center comics who are playing in theaters and arenas and have movies out.
Yeah.
And then I can name you some which apparently now there's 5 podcasters that dominate the whole world. This is a crazy thing. But this is every article that's been written since the election.
The fact is that part of that is true. I think that mainstream media and the amount of people that are consuming CNN content is actually a lot smaller than you might imagine. And I think that their audiences are dwindling at a rapidly increasing rate. Like, I think that basically if you were to chart their, like, trajectory, it would probably be going like this. And the reason why is that their prime demographic is dying. That's straight up the reason why. What do old people do? They die. So new people aren't coming in and replacing them. So where are their audience going? Nowhere. They're disappearing. And then you also even have boomers that are going to the internet anyway. And CNN's just an example. Look at MSNBC, Google Analytics. Maybe I can after this.
Is that 5 guys now are the only people in comedy who make money or have audiences. It's the craziest narrative ever, and it came off the heels of running one of the most unpopular candidates with a platform that the American people largely rejected. They largely rejected this platform, and they rejected it in 2016, and then everybody got together and said, it's actually these 5 guys who had podcasts. They're the most powerful people in the world. They're the new establishment, and they're the reason for this electoral defeat, not our unpopular policies and our candidate who ran on a platform of joy.
Joy. And so anyway, it's that podcast controlled everything. MSM is just that horrible. I think that a lot of people also don't realize how bad MSM is doing.
I know. They're not telling us. They're doing bad. Completely truth talk, honestly. Complete truth talk.
Gearbox chief Randy Pitchford has responded to a fan who expressed concern about the prospect of paying $80 for Borderlands 4. And he said, this is Randy said, if you're a real fan, you'll find a way to make it happen.
Oh, fuck you.
And we'll go and we'll find the article right here, and we're going to see what he said. We're not talking about a $60 game. We're not even talking about a $70 game. We're talking about an $80 game.
The fuck did they do to the game?
What the hell is going on? And so anyway, let's go back over here, responding to one fan, and this is him responding right here. Let's go here. And this is what he said, and obviously we've got to actually find the original one. A, it's not my call. B, if you're a real fan, you'll find a way to make it happen. My local game store had Starlight for Sega Genesis for $80 in 1991 when I was just out of high school working minimum wage at an ice cream parlor in Pismo Beach, and I found a way to make it happen. And so this is the guy. This is him. I want to make sure everybody knows this is the guy of what it is. No, Boomer? Yep, exactly, right? This is Boomer logic, definitely. And anyway, so he made this comment, and he talked about it. And Randy, this game better not be $80. Don't take that risk. A lot of gamers aren't going to pay $80. And you're the CEO. You have some say with price and when it comes to your publisher. And he says, number one, not my call. Well, you could have just said that, and that would have been enough. And Pitchford's comments created a lot of pitchforks. Yeah, I could assume so. I don't know why you didn't use that as a vociferous response. You could have had much better wordplay here, but that's all right. Mistakes happen. Anyway, I'll tell you the truth. I don't know. That's the truth. It's interesting time. And so he doesn't know whether the game is going to be $80 or not. So video games, and this is what I responded by. Now, every year this guy gets reincarnated. Is Randy this year's guy? Is it him? I think it just might be. Please, man? Yes, it actually could be him. And so, yeah, mobile time, exactly. And, yeah, Wyatt Cheng, yeah, he might be the new guy. An $80 game. Is this the no cell phone guy? Yes. Who was it last year? Last year was the Ubisoft CEO, or not CEO, executive that said gamers should probably get used to not owning video games. But to be fair, that was also it was a misattribution. It was clipped in a way that was unfair, right? It being a quadruple A game. Yeah, the quadruple A game was the problem, not even the not owning games, because I always thought that was unfair. So anyway, I said this. I responded. I said the funny thing is this is true for many game franchises, Final Fantasy, From Software, Baldur's Gate, but I don't think this is true for Borderlands. After watching all of the trailers and gameplay footage, I just don't see how another mediocre millennial humor looter shooter is worth $80.
Yeah, basically it's a copy paste.
Are people going to spend $80 for Borderlands 4?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even pay $60 for Tiny Tina's. I waited till just now to buy it, and the game was trash.
Yes. Dozens of them will spend $80 for Borderlands.
Yeah, dozens of people will.
Now, the real question is, will they make their money back? Check the survey. Well, no, I don't check surveys. Surveys don't matter. This is like a really good example. Everybody says I don't like. Gamers vote on what they want to be true, not what is true. I don't listen to what people say. I listen to what they do. That's it. And so, yeah, $60, yeah, I don't care about votes. I care about dollars. And I care about player count. The fact is that more and more video games are adopting a lower price point model, and it has gone extremely well. It has been massively, massively successful. And the truth is that people would pay $80 for a video game, why pay $80 for this game when you can play the first Descendant? What the hell are we doing? What the hell are we doing going around talking about playing this shit when you could just go play the first Descendant for no fucking reason for that? And so there is literally no, or Expedition 33, yes. Well, I'm talking about another looter shooter game, or Warframe. Yes, and so this guy is going out and saying it is an $80 game and you're going to make it happen. People will make it happen. If you're a real fan, you'll make a way to make it happen. The problem is that these games aren't good enough for people to do that. This seems like a toxic answer. No, it's a true answer. And Randy is right in a way, but he's wrong in thinking that his game is going to garner that level of popularity. It's just not going to happen. Every other game It is toxic, to be honest. Yeah, I don't really care. I mean, like, I don't think it's a big deal to say this, but like, I'm gonna buy it on $20 when it's on sale in 6 months. So that's bold for you to assume that they're gonna sell it for full price for an entire, what do you call it? Yeah, it's. I don't know if I want to scroll down too much farther for that, but anyway, Borderlands was niche, so it's going to flop. Well, the game, I think, is probably going to do relatively well. I think Borderlands 4 is probably going to have a Doom the Dark Ages level success, where it's relatively successful, a decent amount of people play the game, but it's not a massive hit, and it's not a breakout success. It's going to be just kind of like another day. That's kind of what I am assuming more than anything. That's what I'm assuming. It'll be better in Borderlands 3. But what's this here? Borderlands 3 sold 22 million copies with all the negativity at launch. I don't think it matters much for this series. So what you don't understand is the stacking debuff of how controversies and negative feedback and criticism affect a game down the road. So, like, what happens is that a game gets a lot of negative controversy and negative criticism, and then that happens to it enough, and before you know it, now nobody cares about the game anymore. And that's the issue that happens with a lot of these studios, is that immediately it doesn't have an effect. And, like, for example, like, look at Shadowlands. So Battle for Azeroth was a pretty shitty expansion in a lot of ways. And because of that, Shadowlands, I think people were frustrated, but they still bought Shadowlands. Shadowlands was more of the same for Battle for Azeroth, and because of that, Dragonflight was a flop. And so what happens is that there's a ripple effect of bad releases that are not observed immediately, but they're observed over time. And so WowBrain, no, I've shown this before. Listen, I can show this with PoE releases. I can show this with, let me think, besides that, look at Lords of the Fallen, for example, right? Like, they massively improved the game, but because the game wasn't good on launch, then people will not come back and play it and try it again because they've already made their decision. That ripple has already happened. And think about how hard, like, look at Assassin's Creed. That's another great example.
True.
So Ubisoft, I bet Star Wars Outlaws was not an awfully, like, a terribly badly selling game. But the problem is that Star Wars Outlaws negatively impacted because it created a pattern of behavior of mediocre products. And so same with X-Defiant was. So after bad video games come out, bad video games set the stage and set the tone for future bad video games. It kind of happened with Cyberpunk. Yes.
So what happens is they're like, oh yeah, so we'll just release a shitty game. Everybody's buying these other shitty games, so why don't we just do it too?
Well, there are games that bounce back, and that's true, but can we all agree that these are the vast minority? And also...
Yeah, and they have to be, like, really worth it.
It's not like when Cyberpunk 2, like the Phantom Liberty came out and the 2.0 update came out, nobody was looking at the 2.0 update the same way that they're looking at Borderlands 4. Like, let's be honest here. Borderlands 4 is just another, it seems like, generic looter shooter game. There's nothing crazy or amazing about this game. This isn't revolutionizing anything. It's not some insane high quality game. It's just going to be another looter shooter game. It's going to be fine, right? It'll be probably your average 6 to 8 out of 10, depending on what your interests are. Maybe a 5 if you really don't like the genre. And that's going to be about it. And so Cyberpunk's issues will affect The Witcher 4 for sure. Yeah, and I do think that there will be people that will be apprehensive about buying The Witcher 4 on release because of the release of Cyberpunk. And I think this does definitely happen. And it doesn't mean it's going to affect and hurt The Witcher 4 completely, but it will affect it. And if you don't understand that brand value and how that affects things, and so, like, think about it like this. Let's take a step back and let's think about something, because we're talking about abstractions. Let's talk about let's talk about your personal experiences. Have you ever had times where a streamer that you were watching had a few bad streams and then you stopped watching them? It's not like you watch somebody, they have one bad stream, and then you just decide, oh, I'm done with this person. Usually that's something that takes time, and over that time, then you decide that you're no longer interested, right? No, I ain't a bitch. Yeah, exactly. And so TV shows are the same way. And so it's usually not one flop, but it's multiple flops. And so, like, I remember Chance, Soda Poppin' said that you're only as good as your last 2 streams. I think that's the way that a lot of video game studios are, and that's the way a lot of entertainment is in general. Is that it's not what have you done, it's what have you done lately. And if you've created bad products in the past, people are going to expect you to make bad products in the future. And so if you don't have a very good reputation, Borderlands 3, let me guess, was Borderlands 2 popular? Extremely. So Borderlands 3 also sold extremely well, logically, right?
Right.
Borderlands 3 probably wasn't as popular as Borderlands 2, maybe. And so is that accurate? 3 was great. Was 3 also good? I don't know. And so, yeah, think about like Halo. I think Halo is a great example. Like Halo probably has gone downhill every installment of Halo.
Yeah.
And I think that's it.
Yeah.
3 was woke slop. 3 was ass. 3 was bad. A lot of people don't really like 3. And so that's
I like
the way
3.
that
What
video
the fuck?
games work. Is
Or
that
Borderlands
it's
3.
not about
Borderlands 3 was kind of bad. I mean, I don't know what they started doing. They declined.
One bad game. It's about multiple bad games.
Oh, I
and
know
the
what it
ripple
was.
effect.
I know exactly what it is. When I was a kid, it all starts back then. I used to have good games, so it's like, I can't wait till the next game comes out. And most people won't know this, but I played a lot of games as a child. I was a machine, I rented them, I returned them. So being played almost every game, having every system as a child, I know a thing or two. I am an expert, honestly. I am an expert on this. And knowing that, I think it was stuff like Burnout. It's like Burnout. You could do car crashes. You could do this. You could do that. They were taking stuff out of the game to make it cheaper to make. And it wasn't just Burnout. Every time people released a game, they'd just take away from it. Because after a while, it was just probably too complicated for them or some shit. Or it just cost too much money, so they're like, let's cut back on the production here and make a more simpler game. Well, now every game is just a relic to what it used to be. Like, not even the same game anymore. We're losing abilities, losing...
And that's the issue. And
the ability to level up past 100.
Doesn't understand. Is
like
that
they're capping us.
He is coming into a market that right now, in 1991, whenever he bought, whatever video game he's talking about, that doesn't matter because there was only 7 other video games on the market. Now there's 7,000 other video games on the market. And so you're competing in a market that's much more challenging, and you have to deliver a product that's much higher quality. And if you can't deliver that product that's higher quality, and you can't compete in that market, then you lose. That's all there is to it.
Yep.
So it's compounding. Yes, it's compounding. And streamers have this happen too. How many streamers do you know that have done the exact same formula for years, and for a while they were really popular, and then the formula got stale, and then they lost popularity?
Right. I get that.
WoW streamers? Yes, exactly. Right? And that's it. Fair. Yeah, a lot of people. And so, like, and I even think about this for myself. I'm like, oh, okay, I need to be doing, like, I've always got new ideas of, like, ways to, like, kind of spice things up, to make things more exciting. That way people can, like, have something new to look at, something new to watch, etc.
Right.
And that's what matters the most.
Always change it up,
That's actually true. A lot of my viewers do only watch me. Like, I don't, like, I have some overlap with other people, of course I do, but with most people, I do not. Like, I have my viewers, and that's it, and really, there's nobody else really, I mean, like, that's even, like, I mean, Kai obviously is really popular, right? And there's, like, a couple of other people, but, like, it's at least in my circle that streams and around my time slot. There's really nobody that's even, like, really that close. And I think that's it. And the reason why, honestly, is because of YouTube. It's because of YouTube and other platforms. That's the big reason. And you know, I gotta do more. I gotta do more stuff on Instagram. That's the other thing. We gotta do more on Instagram and get to work over there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did see that post from him, and I think he's a moron. And if he doesn't understand the reason why it's different, I don't really know what to tell him.
Yeah. Basically. All right. Stop. All right. What is next? We missed a lot of shit. It's catch-up day on the news. Hell yeah.
A lot of
I'm
the people
loving
that
it.
are making like negative comments about Joe Biden having cancer, you just look like an asshole. It's an 83-year-old man that clearly has cognitive decline, halfway in the grave already. You're like grave dancing.
Dancing.
Cancer is disgusting. Also, nobody's making fun of cancer. We're all on cancer's side here. Against Biden, no one's making fun of the cancer here. We're making fun of Genocide Joe. Realign your priorities.
Genocide Joe.
The MSM is already laundering reputation of a war criminal who oversaw the genocide of Palestinians, whose selfish nature allowed Trump to win a second term. Joe Biden is an awful monster. Prostate cancer doesn't change that. I mean, for people that are so focused on optics, somehow end up always looking like assholes. These are on the tolerant left. Yeah, it's like, the thing is, he's going to be dead, so it doesn't matter what he did, right? I mean, that's it. That's it. It doesn't matter. It's over. Literally, it's fucking over.
It's
Jover,
Jover,
really,
bro.
Did Trump comment on it? He did. I'll read what Trump said. Lady and I are saddened to hear about Joe Biden's recent medical diagnosis. We extend our warmest and best wishes to Jill and the family, and we wish Joe a fast and successful recovery. Let's see here. He ain't recovering. I don't know if he is or not. I'll watch this short video about this.
Very unlikely that someone could get annual checkups and not notice a PSA elevation over the past, but this is what I typically would see in a VA hospital, where a patient hasn't had medical attention in 10 years, presents to an emergency room with bone pain, and then they find that it's metastatic prostate cancer. But in the modern age of medicine, especially the fact that he was a former president, he had intensive state-of-the-art, care where we can see prostate cancer, 10 years in the past. So this is, it's very unusual to hear that someone has prostate cancer where they're annually being followed up. And the fact
the odds are it's probably a lot more than annual if you're the president and you're over 80 years old, right? I mean, what do you really think they're only doing it once a year? Like, come on.
We just find it at a Gleason 9 is just pretty much unheard of in this day and age of medicine. Even in the even in the inner city populations, we wouldn't see it.
So you're saying even in a medically neglected population, it would be surprising to have a surprise diagnosis with a Gleason score of 9. So you're saying that certainly as he was serving in the Oval Office, you believe that he knew that he had prostate cancer, and even potentially as he was running in 2020 before he assumed office?
Well, most likely he had prostate cancer for a long time, and the aggressive prostate cancer such as this at age 80 grows over a long period of time. I mean, usually...
Yeah, there's a lot of people, like, this is what my dad told me at least, is that there's guys that get prostate cancer and the doctor's like, you're going to die from something else anyway. Don't worry about it.
Takes from the first diagnosis of prostate cancer to spread would take 5 to 10 years, even in the most aggressive form. It's just, to me, it seems very surprising that the first diagnosis would be a metastatic diagnosis, especially Gleason 9 cancer, without having his PSA history. I mean, I would like him to get to release the PSA history right now to see what it was. I mean, I'm talking from an area of kind of not as much information as I would like to have.
And it is not. It is not standard. We were looking for a PSA score to be released as part of these public.
Who the fuck cares about this? They covered up dementia, which is 10 times worse. Well, I don't know. I mean, like, I guess, I mean, they're both bad. I mean, I think I think really the reason why people care is that it is more evidence that points in the same direction, that it is very obvious that there was problems with this guy, and the entire media apparatus, as well as the government, actively tried to pretend like there wasn't.
Right.
I think that's what's really going on here. So this is like, it's not that this is the whole graph, other point on the graph, and the line is still going in the exact same direction.
Potential health reports. We didn't get Trump's most recently either. I want to ask very quickly, so much has been made of his apparent cognitive decline. Is there a possibility that either the cancer itself or any treatments he was undergoing in secret could affect cognitive function of a person?
I'm sure it could have.
Yeah, absolutely. Because what happens is when prostate cancer becomes, like, say you get prostate cancer recurs, what you would do is you would start someone on a kind of a testosterone blocking hormone such as Lupron, and because Lupron acts to lower your testosterone, it gives you kind of like symptoms of depression, lower energy,
shit, that ain't good.
fatigue. So there's a lot.
Man,
that's interesting.
It is
very interesting.
Of things that go with being on Lupron treatment. So Lupron is a class of medicine that just castrates, chemically castrates someone so that the prostate cancer doesn't spread. And so Lupron was likely
chemically
used
castrated
in Joe
I understand.
Biden.
So to be very clear, you believe he was silently, secretly battling this for at least 5 years?
Well, I think that's yet to be seen. I mean, it would be very surprising, like I said earlier, for him to.
I don't know. Would the group of people that hid other medical realities also hide a medical reality? Ah, jeez, dude, I wonder. Ah, man, who knows?
Have prostate cancer at least in 9 spread to bone without. Without being neglected medically. So the fact that he was seen medically every year, it's just very surprising. I mean, his PSA must be over 50 at this point, if not a lot more, just because of bone mets, is a sign that it's very aggressive and spreading to other parts of
somebody says there's no way therapy for prostate cancer induces dementia. It's not possible. Nobody said that. You're missing the point completely.
Body. So I think there's definitely evidence that he probably knew about this for a while.
Yeah, let's see if there's any more information about this, etc. And cancer, this is he posts about as well. Cancer touches us all, so as many of you are in the strongest and broken places. Thank you for lifting us up and love and support. I hope now they can leave this man alone. Just let him fucking retire. Stop trying to drag him out to say that Donald Trump is bad. Like, just give him a fucking break, man. Yeah, holy shit. And let him die. But yes, let him retire. He's got a very small amount of time left, probably. Like, just let the guy fucking rest. Holy shit. The cat's big mad. The cat is mad, bro. Look at the cat. God damn.
That cat is
the
pissed.
Cat knows, bro. He mad as fuck. Yeah, everybody else is posting. Cynical thing I've seen in American politics. Truly, Biden is stage 4 cancer is in hell. They just caught it now. Yeah, they knew.
Right?
They knew. They didn't want to say it. The same as they knew that his brain was fried. And it's Puppet. Yeah, it's really, really fucking sad, man. It's awful. And it's also really funny for me to see that, a lot of people, like all of even people that disagree with them, etc., are generally pretty positive about it. And then you have a handful of people that are, what do you call it? Is this?
Does the president have the stamina, physically and mentally, do you think, to continue on even after 2024?
Don, you're asking me this question. Oh my gosh, he's the president of the United States. I can't even keep up with him.
The most difficult part about a meeting.
Now, do you know where, as far as I know, both of these people are right now?
Jeez, yep.
Journalist. Yep.
United States. I can't even keep up with him.
The most difficult part
Look at
about a
CNN,
meeting
not
with
anymore.
President Biden is preparing for it, because he is sharp, intensely probing, and detail-oriented and focused.
I can testify because I've been working very closely with this president for the past 2 years. I've been knowing him for 30 years. And I'm telling you, this guy's tough. He's smart. He's on his game.
Joe Biden has vision. He has knowledge. He has a strategic thinker.
The president is focused, detail-oriented.
Donna, and dyes her hair so she looks like a 30-year-old lizard. Like, it is really kind of fucking funny. Bro, and she's still, like, I mean, and again, it's like, if you ever try to, like, hit a roach or something, or cut a roach in half, and then the roach is still going after the roach is cut in half, like, you gotta admire the will to survive. Like, I admire this, bro. Like, she does not give up, bro. She's fucking multimillionaire. Yeah, they even had, she is so far, like, in the game that they actually are making an act against her about, like, I think it's like insider trading or something like that. Is she really 85? Yep, 85 years old.
I met with the president.
Yep.
I don't know, 5 or
She's
6
older than Bernie Sanders. Keep that in mind.
6 weeks ago, and he seemed fine to me.
I have complete confidence in the president. I have watched him expertly guide meetings of staff and cabinet members. I could not have more confidence in the president.
I would just tell
really?
you that,
I don't know about all that.
With the president, and every single time I meet with him, he is just fine.
But he is, again...
What if the truth is that actually all of them are telling the truth, and they all think Joe Biden is smart, and it's because they're all also retarded? Because they could all be retarded, so it's like, in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. So yeah, I mean, like, that could also be the case too.
It might be.
Knowledgeable, wise.
Incredibly sharp, incredibly probing, incredible command.
Incredibly sharp
of
and
the
probing.
details.
He is sharp. He is on top of things.
There is nothing to these challenges, these suggestions that somehow he's not sharp and he's not capable.
We see Joe Biden up close. We know how attuned he is to the issue.
And you're going to see how smart he is and the experience he has.
I say his age is an asset.
He's wise.
Yes, he's wise. He has wisdom. He has experience.
And his experience, because of his age and his wisdom, has been invaluable
It's
to
actually
this.
true. I heard he actually got PTSD from seeing the
Oh,
assassination of Trump. It reminded him of, when it happened to Abraham Lincoln, and also whenever he was there and happened previously to Caesar.
Yo, he's right.
A lot of countries, people who've been in office a longer period of time are praised for their wisdom.
I have seen a lot of 72-year-olds not as capable as this 80-year-old.
It is hard for us to keep up with this president.
His mental acuity is great. It's fine. It's as good as it's been over the years. He's fine. All this right-wing propaganda that his mental acuity has declined is wrong.
And this kind of sense that he's not ready for this job is just a bucket of BS that's so deep, your boots will get stuck in.
What do you think the odds are that they just found out that he had cancer 2 days ago? Yesterday. What do you think the odds are, right? I mean, we're really trying to act like this is a possibility. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure it's not. Like, I did see this. This was... so I thought this was funny.
Damn you! You think you can just back out because
Oh
you're scared?
shit, I've seen this too.
Cool bar,
Yo.
This place is good morning. I'm not gonna leave. Not until he comes out here and lets me fight him.
He can't do that.
I'm gonna beat you down, you punk! You hear me?
Who am I gonna fight?
Who do you think you are, huh? Dirty punk! Who am I gonna fight now? Who am I gonna fight?
He's gone.
No! You're supposed to be here for me.
I love this
The funniest
shit.
thing about this is that there's a certain amount of this that's actually very endearing. Like, I don't know what there is about it, but like this is very endearing in a way, right? I'm crying, yeah.
such a
Crying,
pleasure to see
laughing.
so many beautiful faces in this room and so many future leaders. Hi, Eloise. You look so cute back there. I'm so.
Oh boy, she's a sweetheart. All right. Where am I? Biden has cancer.
Dropped. This is really funny for me to see this because I've said, I've been saying this was going to happen many times. I've said over and over and over again. Nobody wanted to listen. People said that I was a bad
Honda
person
plus
for
Team
suggesting
Liquid.
it. But I know this. I know the solution to this problem. I know the solution, but we'll
Go
talk about that
on.
after we talk about what the problem is. So basically, there is something that is referred to, this is in advertising, and I'm just going to use this term, blue chip brands. These are brands that have a, pristine reputation, they have a clean product, and they don't have any controversies, right? We're not talking about super male vitality. We're not talking about the UFC. We're talking about places like Progressive, places like Ford Motors, Honda, for example. Let me think. Samsung, just super, super generic, the most basic milquetoast, white bread fucking companies that you could possibly have, right? Lay's potato chips. Yes, exactly. Apple, right? IBM. And so, super basic, super corpo brands. Honda has dropped Team Liquid after a controversial tweet
thank
about
goodness.
Japan from Liquid Diaz. I don't know who this is.
Fucking Team
Honda
Liquid is
confirmed
trash.
that a member posted an inappropriate message. They took the matter seriously.
First off, Team Liquid's been ruining Honda ever since they joined. They have those corny fucking gimmicks. That's all they were gimmicks. We want the old Honda back.
They lodged severe protest. The team apologized, implemented measures. After much consideration, AHM has decided to terminate its sponsorship. So Honda proudly partners with organizations whose dreams, standards, and passion match our own. So Honda was partnered with Team Liquid, which meant that, Team Liquid was, getting paid money by Honda. So this guy posted, I know this might sound pretty bad, but he posted a meme of a nuclear bomb. Now, for a little bit of context, Honda is a company that comes from Japan. Now, where did this picture come from?
Man.
Well, that was a pretty bad time for them, right? They had that was a bad
Why
was
would
a
you
bad
do
year
that?
for Japan, okay? That was a
Fucking with
really
my
bad year for
homeboys.
Japan. Now, Honda didn't even exist back then, but the guy that made Honda made a company that I think helped the Japanese in World War II, right? And so there's a little bit of hypocrisy here because, and also, the nuclear bomb, right? This is oh, wow, it's really bad. But imperialist Japan, these were not necessarily, this wasn't the Teletubbies. Let's just say that, right? And I'm not a historian, but from what I've read, it sure didn't seem too nice. And so anyway, for the Empire, right? And so not nice guys. Yeah, they're a bit of assholes. And so the nuke made Honda, I guess say that. That's crazy. And so just like VW and the Germans, exactly. And so anyway, so this guy made a joke about a nuclear bomb, and Honda terminated the entire partnership for the complete team. And I think, gentlemen, this needs to start happening more. I think we need accelerationism, because this is what the future is. I said more examples of blue chip brands being an unstable form of sponsorship of esports. If esports and programming wants to rely on outside money, they should embrace porn, gambling, and alcohol sponsors. They don't leave after silly controversies or meaningless Twitter noise. This is the future. The future is getting children to gamble with cryptocurrency on their mom's credit card and selling porn. That is the future. That's it. That's right. And if you want esports to survive, now the only way that esports can survive without this is with the FGC, the fighting game community. That is a totally different situation. Now, why is it a totally different situation? It's simple. It's because you're only paying one guy. if Charlie wants to pay some guy to go to the to a tournament, you know, for Moist Esports, he just does it. It's fucking like 20 grand and that's it. It's done. And
Jeez,
so
done
anyway,
deal,
that's
apparently.
it. New Trump tweet. We're gonna get around that. But like, or anybody else, right? If any of these other people, like, this is why we even thought about sponsoring people in the FGC, because, or I did. I thought about doing my own thing, but I just honestly, I'm like, I've got so many things going on right now. Like, what the fuck do I need another fucking thing for, right? And so anyway, yeah, Bald Esports, right? The FGC is the best community. Well, the reason why the FGC is the best community. So do you want to know the real reason why? One of the big reasons is because most of the big fighting games don't really play a huge role in setting up tournaments. That's a big reason. So it is completely grassroots. It's not like, for example, the Overwatch League. The Overwatch League is top down. It's like Bobby Kotick saying, listen, you're going to have team names and city names for esports teams. It's going to be called the Cincinnati Cleaners, and it's going to be 5 dudes that live in Korea. What? The Massachusetts Mavericks. And it's, wait, 3 guys from Belgium, a German, and a Spanish guy? Wait, what? But I thought it said Massachusetts. What the hell is this? And so anyway, yeah. Yeah, and I could go on, right? But I think my point is made, right? I think it's made. And so anyway, this is it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And so the reason why the FGC is different is that the FGC is not built on a throne of lies. Esports and the entire economy around esports is built around thank you for the 25 gifted subs. Gentlemen, I've seen a lot of people gifting subs today. I really appreciate it. But keep in mind, I'm completely financially stable. And if you want to spend your money on anything else, go ahead and do it. I appreciate the money, but never feel like you have to support the stream. Just being here is more than enough for me, okay? So keep that in mind. Yeah, I always appreciate it, but that's it. And so just keep that in mind. Yeah, as people, yeah, I'm totally fine. Don't worry about me. And so I always take Twitch Primes, but that's because Jeff Bezos, of anybody who doesn't need the money, there's 1 or 2 people in the world that need the money less than I do. He's one of them, okay? And so I can take a Twitch Prime, but that's it. Anyway, my point is, besides that, let me go back. What was I even thinking besides this? I got distracted. So the FGC, so esports is built up by venture capitalism. Now, I tried to talk to some of these people. I did. And now, finally, because in 2014, a lot of the guys my age, we were like 23, 24. Who the fuck cares what we think? Well, now we're in our 30s. And so now a lot of the guys that I talk to that work at these different VC firms, they understand that esports is a money pit. They understand the longitudinal reality of this. But you had the fucking boomers and these Gen X people that were making decisions for venture capitalists and money, investing like $50 million into something, thinking that they're going to turn it into the NBA. Well, it turns out it's not. And also, this is another really big component. I didn't even think of this until I brought it up. Harry Balls, thanks a lot for the 5 get the subs. I appreciate that. So another really big component is that America has such an endemic sports culture by itself that there's no reason for them to add in anything else besides that. NBA of losing money? Yeah, but they make a lot more money than fucking, like some Overwatch League does, right? Let's be honest, right? And so anyway, and so what I'm trying to get at is that basically the entire value of esports and the economy of esports has been artificially inflated higher than the fucking 2007 housing bubble or the .com bubble. Like it's popping and it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And this is also contextualized inside of Western audiences, because Chinese audiences, Korean audiences, they're on board with this. You're a professional player for CSGO, you go to Brazil, you're a fucking celebrity. You're a professional player for CSGO, you go to Chicago, you get robbed. That's just the way it is. And so the fact is, nobody gives a fuck about this over here in America, and they don't care about it that much over in Europe either. And
That's
so the
true.
fact is that, like, a lot of this stuff, the real gang shit, no, I'm being honest, right? Am I wrong? And so anyway, esports is it's built on a throne of lies. It's built on a throne of lies, misplaced optimism, fucking, in my opinion, ignorance, and, you know, basically greed. And so now the throne that was built in 2010 is now finally starting to crumble. Now, how do you replace that throne? You replace it with porn, cryptocurrency, and gambling, because those are the only sponsors. Because the fact is that if you have to sanitize your event enough to where big brands want to sponsor it, you have an event that's not fun to watch. Nobody wants to watch an event where everybody says, oh, good game. They want to watch an event like Idra back in the 2010 StarCraft 2 days, where he's talking shit in game, he's quitting out of games in mid-match, in the middle of the fucking stage. We want to see fights on stream. We want to see Hungrybox throwing a chair into the crowd. What was it? Somebody threw a lobster at Hungrybox and then he started screaming about it. That's the real content, okay? That's real esports. That's what people care about. And by the way, if you think I'm wrong, then explain to UF-fucking-C. The best fucking fight ever was whenever fucking Khabib beat the fuck out of Conor McGregor. As soon as he beats the fuck out of Conor McGregor, he immediately goes, all right, another one, climbs over the fucking octagon and starts trying to beat up his team. Immediately, just instantaneously. And Joe Rogan was there. Oh, well, this is such a bad... Shut up, Joe. You know this was a good day. This was such a good day. Everybody knows this was a good day. What a great day. What a great day for what a great day for UFC. Yeah, it was majestic. It was amazing. And so anyway, and Conor McGregor, he's a huge asshole. Khabib is like, I like Khabib more than Conor McGregor. I like Conor McGregor. He's all right. After the rape stuff, maybe I can't say I like Conor McGregor anymore. But, like, you know, back then I thought he was an all right guy.
I know about that.
But anyway, I like Khabib more. I'll tell you that. And so this happens, and it was like, it's the perfect fucking story, right? And so anyway, Conor got humbled. He did, and that's what he deserved. And the point is, though, is that people, that's what guys, and also, who watches UFC? You want to know who watches UFC? I do, you do. Like, and by you, I mean everybody in the chat, because it's all men between the ages of 18 and 40. Actually, 18 and 60 with the UFC. Those are the people that watch UFC. Okay? Girls aren't watching this shit. Girls are not tuning in to watching the Counter-Strike finals. Girls, if they use a voice chat in CSGO, they get, both teams are like, hold up, guys, wait a minute. I think we have an imposter. And they kick her out of the game. So, no, girls don't watch this shit. It's all guys. It's all guys. You go to the FGC, you watch one of these Smash tournaments, it's a bunch of sweaty dudes. And so anyway, you try to make this content and you try to make this appeal to this, you know, fucking broad audience. It doesn't exist. It doesn't fucking exist, bro. Like, it's not there. And so, yeah, I know a girl watches UFC too. Just to see a dude's muscles? Yeah, sure. I mean, right? I mean,
there you go.
There are people that watch, you know, like women's basketball, but because they think that the women are attractive. It's like, oh, wow, I wonder why women's pole vaulting is so popular on YouTube. It must be for the athleticism, right? That must be it. Yeah, the women's long jump, exactly. And so anyway, beach volleyball, well, I was just using basketball as a more abstract example, but sure. But anyway, here's the point, right? Is that Honda wants to have a sanitized brand that, you know, is just completely flaccid, boring, and is simply a vehicle for marketing. That's all they want. The fact is that making a joke about a nuclear bomb and losing the sponsorship for the entire fucking, the entire brand. And he's going, I want to sincerely apologize. I made a big mistake using the GIF. Shut up, you pussy. Nobody cares about this. It doesn't matter. Like, nobody thinks it's a mistake. You don't think it's a mistake. Nobody at fucking Liquid thinks it's a mistake. Let's just call this out for what it is. It's Honda being fucking retarded. It's some retard over at Honda that got offended by this, and they canceled the partnership. No, I'm not gonna. What are you pretending for? Like, and also, by the way, you like Team Liquid sponsors a WoW guild. Do you really think that none of those WoW players have ever said or done anything that bad? What do you think the odds of that are? What do you think the odds? Maybe there might just be a little bit of a possibility, right? What's all this crying about? It's crying about a nuclear bomb gift, right? Honda was waiting to quit and looking for an opportunity. Yeah, I think so. And so anyway, nuke means Japan nukes your career. Yeah, I guess so, right? And so anyway, nobody, you don't care about this. You know you don't care about this. Everybody knows you don't care about this. I think the world is tired of these corpo fake bullshit apologies from people that it's obvious you don't give a fuck. You don't care. Like, nobody cares about this. Like, just stop pretending. It's bad for, and also here's the other thing too. It's bad for your brand. It's bad for you as a content creator to be out here faking it as if you think tweeting a GIF about a nuclear bomb is a big mistake. No, it's not. No, it's not, you retard. You know that. Everybody knows that. It's ridiculous. And so anyway, yeah, they lost a huge sponsorship though. Yeah, and they should have never had it. That's what I'm saying. You should have never tried to court these brands. Should have never tried to do it. I think the future of esports, porn, gambling, and alcohol and cryptocurrency. That is the future of esports. If you want to make a esports brand, you have to do these things. And if you don't, I want to see your balance sheets, because if you tell me you're not operating at a loss, I'm going to say you're lying. That's it. So everything you despised 3 years ago, I still don't want... I never despised porn. But that being said, I don't gamble, I don't drink alcohol, and I don't really invest in cryptocurrency. So this isn't something that I do, but I like, so here's an example. I think that we should probably look for other forms of, you know, like power besides oil, right? But I own a car that uses oil and it uses gas, or sorry, gasoline, I mean. And the reason why is because that's just the way it is. That's the way it is. Now, you can say that, you know, oh, well, you know, you should have principles about this. But yeah, you can have principles, or you could have a company. You could have either one, so you can decide. But if these people want to have a company, they can't afford principles. That's all there is to it. So yeah, but would you say porn is bad for society overall? I don't care about this. I don't care about this conversation. It's so abstract, and there's like 50 other things I want to talk about today. I don't even want to get into it. But anyway, so these companies need to realize that if you want to exist in the online space, you have to find companies that understand the online space. If they do not understand the online space, you will not have a good partnership, because they are entering into it without full understanding, and you are entering into it without full understanding. That is the problem. That is what it is. And so anyway, talk to Dana White. Maybe I will talk to Dana White. We'll see what happens. But Chrono Odyssey next month. I saw it. I'm going to look at it. It's on the list. You don't have to remind me. And so Riot has become a partner with Coinbase recently. Is that true? Let me see. Riot, Coinbase. May 6th. Coinbase partners with Riot Games across Global League and What? I'm telling you, bro, like, the guys over at Riot, they're smart. I talked to them. I went to Riot before. Let me think. I'm trying to think, because, like, I signed an NDA, right? I did not play the MMO. I did not. I did not play the MMO. I did not even see an image of the MMO. Let me say this. I was as honest as possible with them. And basically, they were like, yeah, thanks. Yep. Straight up. To some of the highest people in the company. Yes, straight up. And that was it. Literally no problems. These guys are smart. They know what's going on. Yeah. And they've come. Yes, everything is good. They heard you. Yes. And that's it. They were high, all right. And missing the point. And so anyway, that's the right. I absolutely did not. But the point is that they know where the future is, right? That's it. You still haven't watched Arcane, have you? I watched a little bit more of it, okay? To be fair, I did. And so, yeah, I'm watching a YouTube video where you got a Fansly ad on Twitch, right? No, that was when Cutie Cinderella used Fansly as an advertiser for the streamer games, for the streamer awards, and then people complained about it afterwards. And, you know, I'm a big supporter of that kind of stuff, right? I think that, you know, adult content and things like this, I don't like the idea that the internet needs to be sanitized for children. I think that I think parents need to exercise proper discretion. And instead of all adults kind of collaborating together to sanitize and protect children from the internet, I think that there needs to be rules that keep children off the internet. And there also need to be parents that prepare children for the real world, which is in fact many times the internet. And so that's it. I don't care, like, oh wow, there could be a kid watching this. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. You think this is the first time? Bro, this kid's probably watched an ISIS execution, and you're worried that he's seeing an ad for Fansly? I don't give a fuck, and neither do you. You're just complaining to complain. You don't care. You know you don't care. I know you don't care. Nobody cares. It's all a fucking joke. And so anyway, true and real, yes, I'm being honest. The internet should be 18 plus. The internet should be 18 plus. That's a fact, except for places that are curated explicitly for children, like YouTube Kids, for example. And so anyway, Team Liquid, I think, and a lot of these esports organizations, I think this is only going to get worse. And I have an offer for Honda, okay? It's a nuclear offer. I'll only offer it twice. If you guys need help with any form of figuring out how to build your online brand or understanding any degree of the internet and where to invest your money, I will give you insight. Just hit me up. Just DM me. You know, like, you know where to find me, right? I mean, like, it's easy. And so just text me and just let me know. And I will do it for a fraction of the amount of money that you could figure out a consulting fee to do this for. And I will outperform any fucking agency that there is. And if I don't pay me. So if you guys want to have an idea how this works, I'll let you know. If you don't,
there you go.
Keep doing what you're doing. It's working great, right, guys? 72% loss in money. Haha. Wow, good job. Keep it up. Yeah, keep it up. And so anyway, and will my mattress be free? Yeah, I don't know. And so that's it. And yeah, and this goes for any company, right? If they want help with you know, figuring out a marketing plan or anything like that, a lot of these companies, and the reason why I do this is that I view it as planting flowers to eventually one day have a garden, is that, and not for me, but for everybody, the fact is that a lot of these marketing companies, so do you remember whenever I was criticizing, where was it? Oh, fuck, where was the thing? No, this isn't it. I've had a lot of these. This is the Twitch to OnlyFans. Yeah, a lot of these, I don't remember a lot. Yeah, okay, so, oh, this was a good day. Remember this? This was what a good day for me this was. And anyway, did I save this photo? I'm going to save this. Winning. Okay. Yeah, we're going to save this right here. I don't want to miss that. And anyway, so what was I thinking about besides that? I got distracted. And crazy pulls, it's normal, right? And anyway, fuck, where's I going with this? I totally got distracted. What was I talking about? Did you even build her? Yeah, she's level 90. I cleared Tower of Adversity with 30 out of 30 crystals. I did the entire thing. I even did the secondary thing as well. I did all of that. And yeah, I've cleared the entire thing. And so yeah, as a matter of fact, if you're curious. And did you get your Adderall today? No, I haven't. Making jokes, right? And so anyway, building the garden. So a lot of advertising agencies right now are full of a bunch of people that don't know what they're doing and they don't understand the space. And I can prove it to you. Do you want to know how I can prove it? Is because if they did understand the space, they'd be doing what I was doing and making 20 times their salary. They don't understand the space. They don't know what the hell they're doing. That's it. So if you want to have it get done by a person that knows how to do it, rather than a bunch of morons that have been, like these people have been around for a long time. Yeah, that's the problem. And so the issue right now is that advertising and the amount of sponsorships in streaming right now, I'm going to make a graph, okay? This is a graph of how streaming advertisement, or this is sponsorships, and this is time. Okay? Does this look like a good graph? Does this look like a good time for you? No. I feel like it's kind of a bad time for you, right? I would say kind of a bad, not a good graph. Nobody likes this graph. Yeah, so the line, as you can see, actually some people might be confused. Here, let me make it a little bit easier to understand. Now do you see the problem? Yeah. Big issue, okay?
Yeah, I'd say
so
that'd
anyway,
be the issue.
red is bad, exactly. And so way better. Yeah, now people are starting to pick up on it. And so the problem is that advertising is basically dying on the internet because, and especially with streaming, is because streamers are terrible salesmen. That's the reason why. And the people that are running it, the agencies that are running it, are totally full of shit. Like, I'll give you an example, right? And I don't want to say full of shit entirely, right? For legal reasons, by the way. Does anybody really think that the Progressive show that they did with Austin Show and all of them had 100,000 viewers? Well, let me tell you something. Progressive probably thinks that. And that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem way later on down the line when somebody has to explain what the conversion ratio is and why it was such an astronomically lower ratio, because it was built on something that was not entirely authentic. That's the reason.
That's usually what happens.
All they have to do is DM me. Just hit me up on Discord. Just say, hey, it's me, the company.
It's me, the company.
Okay, all right, well, let's get this done, right? That's part of the funnels problem?
Company.
It is. It's the funnels problem. It is. It's because most streamers are rich kids. Most rich kids are boring and have no personality. I don't know. I mean, like, I know plenty of, that's, in my personal experience, that is sometimes true, but it is not always true. And so anyway, yeah, it is, and it's not. I think it really depends on the person, right? And so, damn, you went outside? Yeah, basically, right? It's kind of true. I don't know about rich, but they're boring. Sometimes, right? It really depends. There are plenty of poor people that are boring too, okay? That's really what I'm getting at. Name 50? Name 50 people. Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, so anyway, standard deviation. Yeah, broke dude cope. Yeah, I think that's probably true too. So, yeah, it's me, the company. Can I have $50,000? No, you'd be paying me, right? So it'd be different. And so anyway, this is what happened, right? Is that Honda dropped these guys, and I think that this is only going to keep happening as companies realize that the investment into esports and these online brands are delivering a much lower rate of return. And also it's because I can't speak for Team Liquid. So again, for legal reasons, I'm not speaking in terms of them specifically. But I do know that there are instances of these companies that artificially misrepresent their data in a way that is deliberately, it's kind of like, for an example,
they make it misleading.
You worked on a group project in 11th grade, and then you put on your resume that you were a team building leader and you were a manager. It's like, yeah, that's true, but you were managing a science project for a volcano.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's a big issue. And
Right.
again, if they want me to look at this, I can do this because I understand it. I know every scam. I know every trick. I know every exploit. I know every way you can break the rules. And you know, again, I've got nothing to gain from this anymore, right? I've already done everything. And so if you if you want to know, just let me know. That's it. I manage RBG team, therefore I can manage anything. Yes, clearly. That's against the law, brother. You can't deceive shareholders. Oh, Jesus Christ. You can't deceive shareholders. Of course you can. You can deceive them, but you cannot lie to them. So, for example, whenever Ubisoft says net bookings or players instead of sales, that's not lying, but it's deceiving. Guys, you have to, it's users. We're changing the vocabulary to make it more abstract so we can cast a wider net so it sounds like we know what we're doing. Guys, lying is, if there's anything in life I'm good at, it's not video games, it's lying. It's lying and tricking people into things that they shouldn't believe. That's the only thing. Every time, and this is always a little game I would play with myself whenever I was a kid. And I would say anytime I wanted to do something in our guild that would be in my best interest, but not in everybody else's best interest, my challenge would be that I would put it to a vote. And I would convince people to vote against themselves. And it would work. Here's the funny thing. Every single time. Every single time. And so that's it. People are stupid. Yeah, it's so easy to do.
Yeah.
And so anyway, yeah, you play with yourself. Yes, absolutely. We've been sold a PSYOP by Roachward. No, I don't need the PSYOP anymore. Whenever I made my YouTube channel, my original Asmongold YouTube channel, that was the end of the lies. Like, I made all my videos about how to manipulate people into, like, joining your guild, how to loot councils, scam people, how to ninja loot stuff. Like, I did all of it. And it was because I'm like, all right, I had my fun. This is over. I'm going to go, you know, I'm going to be a good boy now, right? And so they would ever call you out on your voting bullshit? They did. One time somebody called me out on their voting bullshit. So this is what I did. Is that, so they actually were right, but they voted against me, but they said that they didn't vote. So I had admin of the website, and I posted the screenshot that showed that they voted against me. And because I could prove them a liar, it totally destroyed all of their credibility. Nobody took their argument seriously, which was a valid argument, and the vote still went through and I won.
Let's go. That's a W.
That shit in Olympus? Yeah, it's
dude.
Yeah. And by the way,
that's hilarious.
There are a lot of people that try and do this. You want to know another person that does this? I'm gonna call him out right now. I'm gonna let him know. Give me a minute. When AQ40 came out, S-Fan straight up goes and says, I think that the best idea is for me to get all of the tier 2.5 first. That way, we don't have to worry about me getting it anymore.
Jeez. The reasoning.
That shit, bro, like...
The fucking reasoning.
That was so... Everyone did that. Yeah, and so that's what it was. The pinnacle of logic. And he did... Hey, he was the Scarab Lord Grand Marshal. He can do whatever the hell he wants. And so, yeah, classic Paladin, exactly. And so, yeah, you're doing yourself, yeah, you're trying to help them out. And so, anyway, this is, so I know the way that these companies operate. I know everything about this. So if any of these companies, you know, want any insight or whatever, you know, they just hit me up. I mean, I know a lot of people that are like, you know, a lot around, let's just say. They can hit me up. They want insight on, like, you know, is something a good idea or not. I'll tell you if it's a good idea or not, right? And so that's it. And anyway, let's go back. We'll look at the rest of these. And his DKP was fucked up after anyway. Yeah, his DKP was fucked up afterwards. Do you want to know why? It's because he wouldn't need it until Nax. And then, who got the first Might of Menethil in S-Fan's Guild? Who was it? Who got it? That's fan. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? He got the Ashbringer too. Who would have guessed? You know, who would have guessed? That's just the way it is, right? And like, hey. You know, like he and I mean, you know, we're boys, right? And so, you know, great minds. And so that's the way it is. And Ben is the best at looting. He really is.
I think we are ready. I've newsed and cruised up. Did everything I gotta do, brother? Brother. Did everything I gotta do. Now we gotta catch up to the boy. Game, did I start? You would, okay. I need to maybe cancel my Xbox subscription right now. Maybe just for right now if it doesn't renew, because I'll renew it when I'm ready. Ready to play again, I mean. I probably won't be playing Oblivion for a few more days, you know? Let's actually see here, what do we got? Oh, it auto renews today. Holy shit. No way. I gotta cancel this real quick. Save the $10. Hit it right. It was like, I'm feeling it. Totally sensed it. This shit is running slow today. The rain. Refund me the $11, bro. Now I can get it. When I get it again, I'll get it for a full month that I'm actually going to be playing it. This is why I even pay today and not even be able to play, like, you know what I'm saying. I get more playing time out of my money basically when I'm more focused on that game. Dude, I'm already level 51, bro. All right. Where did I leave off? You know what? I have a whole fucking button here I don't use. They're telling me I'm lagging again. No, I did forget to close some bullshit here. Alright. This should smooth everything out. What we got here for music? Let's get something bumping on. Trump alive. Check it out for a second. You never know.
Hitting a ball 350 yards like they do, and
Getting
the ball in the hole.
a giggly black guy.
With lots of people watching, right?
Yes,
That's a very tough living. You know, they're champions. I respect champions. And
I respect
very much.
yeah.
And I think the country is very lucky. They really wanted to be here. They could be elsewhere. They could be on a beautiful fairway someplace.
Might be lagging.
They wanted to be here. So.
Jesus! They're popping off.
So without the United States, the G20, just like the G7, used to be the G8, but brilliantly they threw Russia out. Would have been a lot better if Russia was in. You know, a lot of people would say, oh, that's not it. Because if Russia was in, you probably wouldn't have this war. And if you had a different president, you wouldn't have the war either. But we have a G7. It's important that the United States is involved. I think without the United States, it's, I really believe it's not very important. It's not the same meaning.
As I said to President Trump, the U.S. really originated the G20. And it's important that the United States continues to play a key role in the G20. And we are privileged to be the president of the G20. But we are even overjoyed that we are going to hand over to the United States, who are the originators. And for that reason, I expect the United States to continue playing the leadership role in the G20 together with other countries. And I've said when I initially spoke to President Trump on the phone, I want you to come to South Africa for a state visit, and I also want you to come and participate in the G20. And I want to gladly hand over to President Trump to take the leadership of the G20 forward in November.
Thank you.
I turned some stuff off. Jesus! Fuck! These fucking news reporters are cocksuckers. I'm still having internet issues. Shit. See if it gets better. There's definitely a lag. Have to reset. Let's see how the stream's doing. Oh, it didn't even get that. Stream. Where's that up? Close those. Doesn't seem right. I have to restart the stream, guys. The bit rate is trash, but I'll be back, guys. So hang in there, and